Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is an engine swap for the Alfa Romeo 4C, and that's with my favourite car, the Ferrari-powered Italia, and getting that engine into this beast. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do flying lap in the standard Alfa Romeo 4C. Now all I've done is I've added a custom wing, wide body, front and side splitters, and I think the rear, I can't quite remember, I'll need to double check that as we go through, but that's what I've added. You know, this car is pushing 230 brake horsepower, it's under a ton of weight, mid-engine rear wheel drive, and it does have a turbocharger, so it's worth seeing what kind of power we can get out of that. Now it's a 526 pp car, so it's got to be given something to be able to be in that range, so it must have a little bit of give. So what we'll do, come to Deep Forest Raceway, one lap. Second lap is going to be after the 458 Italia engine swap, and then after that is going to be everything tuned on, ready to go, full power. Let's see what we can do. I've just done that with a TVR. We got 1,000 brake horsepower out of that and over 280 miles an hour, which was fascinating from a car that I never expected that to happen from that Tuscan Speed 6. So let's get straight into this with a fast lap. I fixed that noise from the paddle shifters. I've fixed that now. See the screen going mad because it's just me, and that's because the rubber bands had snapped and got stuck inside. So if you have got noisy paddles on the steering wheel, just get a rubber band, and if you tuck it in, you'll still be able to shift, but it just means that you're not going to get that loud clicking noise. So I have resolved that. Thankfully, you know, it took me a minute to get them out with some tweezers, but I've managed to do that now. So let's crack on with this, let's see where we get. Okay, let's get straight into it. There we go. Right, not quite sure what to expect from this car, so let's get a good turn in and then let's nail it to the line. There we go. Now a lot of people ask, do I use any driver aids and things? I have the ABS set to weak, because if you turn it off, cars are basically undrivable. Fun, but undrivable. And I don't use any traction control at all. So, there we go, first corner. Get that stop there. It's not got very good pickup, so it needs a little bit of oomph look. It's like, I've changed gear. Come on. It's got great directional change. Very, very balanced. So I'm really enjoying that. I'll be honest, this isn't a car I've driven a lot either since buying it. You can see I've only just done 2 miles on it. Trying to find where that sweet spot is at the minute. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's just lacking. You're changing gear and you're waiting. It's like, come on. Come on. There's just, it needs more power. I think doing the engine swap's definitely going to benefit and help. Sounds great on that downshift though. Come on. There we go. Right, what's this going to be? Let's see what the target time is. It's not as fast as I thought it would be. Oh, just under 145. That is a smidgen under, isn't it? Right, okay. So a 144.993. So what we'll do is we'll jump into me showing you now the fact that it's stock, because I haven't done that. So let's get that done. Get off there. Let's get that done first. So settings, car settings, detailed settings. You can see sports hard tyres were on there. Nothing has been added. Everything says normal, 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 and engine tune and bodywork nothing. So that is what this car looks like stock when you get it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the GT Auto. We're going to get the 458 engine put in, and then we'll go to another flying lap at Deep Forest Raceway, and we'll see what we can do from there. So let's get to GT Auto, and I'll go through that process of an engine swap with you now. Okay, so now we're at GT Auto. What we're going to do is go to Car Maintenance and Service, and at the very bottom on the right hand side you'll see it says engine swap. Now this is going to be 241,500 credits, so I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. It is quite an expensive engine swap, not the most expensive I've done. I have done a 787B one, and that was astronomical. That was really expensive, but I'll go through that in a later video. You can see there's that Fallout Boy livery I've done, and I've put the Ferrari badge on because I know I'm doing this engine swap. So engine swap, just click on there, and you see it's for that Ferrari 458 engine. So the PP is going to bump up. It's going to go from a 1.8 litre engine to a 4.5 litre. It's going to remove that turbocharger entirely. It doesn't add much weight, only 80 kilos, 90 kilos, something like that. The brake horsepower is more than doubled, and the torque and the power to weight ratio again is all improved. What we'll do is we'll get this installed now. We're going to go back to Deep Forest Raceway, flying lap. How much faster do you think this is going to be around that track? Everything else on the car is going to stay stock. So just to get that nipped in the bud now, that all stays stock. But what we will do then is we will then come back to the tuning shop, throw everything at it that we can, dial it in, and we'll give it a flying lap there. So let's get this sorted first. So get this 458 engine installed, and as you can see, this action will strip your engine of its original parts. So what that means is if you've bought this car and you've smashed everything on it from the tuning shop, you're going to lose it. It's going to go. So if you spend 200,000-300,000 credits on improving your car, then do an engine swap, you've wasted 200,000-300,000 credits. So bear that in mind. It's very important that you understand that. Get this installed. Let's go and let's see. You can see it says it again. So you get plenty of warning. You're going to lose all your parts, and then this is going to require new parts to get it installed. As you'd expect, if you swapped an engine in your normal car, if you have a Ford Fiesta, you're not going to then go and put Ferrari parts on it, are you? Because they're not going to be compatible. So you're going to need to get the right parts. Let's chuck this in. Let's get it on. So that's cost me the best part of 250,000 credits. There we go. Out with the old, in with the new. Right, let's get back to the track. So here we are, we're back at the track, and it's time to see what this engine swap 458 can do. So as you can see, it's 5th currently on the leaderboard. So it's not had a massive improvement because we've not done that lap yet. But if you look at the other cars, you can see the Civic, that improved by 6 or so seconds. And then the Tuscan, that improved by 3 and a bit seconds. So I'm hoping this Alpha is going to have far more to give. Because if you look back to when they've been engine swapped, 17 seconds for the Tuscan, and the Civic was in total, it was over 30 seconds. So let's see what we can do with an Alpha. So that 458 engine now has bumped that brake horsepower up to over 560. So it's got more power, more give, and hopefully in between the corners that pickup will be better after we change gear. So let's get straight into this one. Alright, headphones on, let's go. Here we go, let's get into it. Hard on the brakes straight away. So already, by the way, I'm braking and it's bouncing off that rev limiter. I can tell, look, these gear ratios aren't good. It's just trying to wheel spin in 3rd. Come on, let's get you around that corner. This is going to be a tough lap. The steering's gone light. Come on. Look at the speed build up. So it's good at building speed, but with everything else being stock. Come on. Get you stopped for that corner. Barely. Come on. Oh. So the front lifts a lot. It's got a lot of lift at the front. It hasn't got that good directional change it did have. So it's definitely upset the balance of the car. You can hear the feedback on the steering wheel there as it's trying to slide and skid. And these sports hard tyres, like I said before, aren't cutting it. And I can't down gear the way I want because the ratios are suited to this engine and the power it brings. Alright, come on, should be able to make up a bit of time now on this back section. The only thing with this hairpin now and dropping down the main straight is that long curve, because I don't think it can cope. Come on, stop. There we go. Just so I can get you turned in enough. Gear up a bit quicker than I would normally. There we go, come on. I think I slightly caught the wall. A 137. It's not the best from that lap. Let's get off there. A 137. Alright, where's that put that on the leaderboard now? Let's have a look. What cold hands today? Right, so already it's basically 8 seconds. What's that? You know, 7.8 seconds, is it? Something like that. 7.9. So let's get this car dialed in because it is crying out for some more support. The gear ratios need amending because it can't cope like that. The balance of the car has been really upset. So depending on how we tune it depends on whether I need to add some form of ballast just to bring that balance back into play. But we'll see how we get on. So let's go to the tuning shop now. Let's throw everything at it and then let's see what we can do. And more importantly, let's see what brake horsepower we can get this up to. Let's go. So now we're at the tuning shop. Let's start getting this thing built and ready to be a track weapon rather than being a sluggish, unbalanced mess that it is now. So although it does have that raw power, you can't put it all down because you've got to keep up gearing, which means it starts being a bit down on power. So as you can see, 5 miles on the clock on the car, but on the bottom right, we need to get this sorted, and we need to get it sorted now. So first thing is shift some of that weight it added. So that takes it to 970, so that's a big improvement. Those sports tyres can stay there, no one cares about those. Right, let's get bore up added on there. High compression pistons. Let's have a look here. Weight reduction stage 2, we need that. So what's that drop us to now? 932. That's a bit of better reduction, isn't it? Now we get a power restrictor and a ballast just in case we need that for later on. If there's any other racers that decide to throw this in, so I'll get them for that. Racing crankshaft, we need that. Fully customizable computer, we need that. Let's have a look. Fully customizable LSD, definitely need that. Right, weight reduction stage 3. That's far better, 900 kilos now, that's great. Increase the body rigidity, we need that as well. Right, semi-racing. Let's get a set of racing. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'm going to get racing hards for a separate build, or we'll get racing softs while I'm here. Fully customizable racing transmission, definitely need. We need the fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, brake balance controller, that is a must. The racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, racing air filter, racing silencer, polish ports, engine balance tuning. Let's see. Right, can we get under extreme carbon ones? Yeah, carbon ceramic brake kit. That's a bit better for us. Intermediate tyres, I'll get those if I do a tune for Le Mans. Leave that with me. Let's see how we get on with this first. I'll get them now just in case. So let's have a look. So a new engine's cheaper than the engine swap. So it cost me 100 grand for the engine swap in theory. Alright, ultimate titanium connecting pistons and rods. And that's it. So we've got this car up to 742 on the PP, and we've got it up to 776 brake horsepower, weighing 900 kilos. So pretty good, you know. I don't think there's anything else we can add. Let's have a quick little look through. That's it. We have everything that we need. Okay, I'm going to go and tune it, and then I'll see you at Deep Forest Raceway. So where we are, we're back at Deep Forest Raceway, and you can see that 770 brake horsepower, and it is just over a ton of weight. And the reason for that is about to add 100 kilo of ballast to the very front of the car. As I'm hitting little lips, the car's wanting to take off. You're losing all steering, and it's obviously quite dangerous if you're on a racing track. So I've had to give it that for the added balance, makes it a bit better. It's 766 pp, just under, so doing pretty well on that side of things. I'm going to be able to detune it for Le Mans. I'm not sure what the fuel consumption will be, but it is rapid. This car is scary fast. As you'll see now, we're going to jump into it. So the time we need to beat is, let's have a look there, where is it? A 1:37.1. So you can already see that we've already put a fair bit of distance between us and that previous lap. So what can we do now? Let's get into it without any further ado. And this car sounds phenomenal, I'll give you that now. Alright, here we go. Straight into it. Love the sound of this car, this engine, honestly. But the hardest thing for me to sort on this was the gear ratios. This is the best balance I've been able to find. Come on. And because it's just got so much power and such a lightweight car. And as I hit that lift there, I had no steering at all to try and change direction. It just wants to go. It is just brilliant with the power. Come on. But trying to manage that output hasn't been easy. What kind of lap are we going to get in here? Come on. Oh, don't lose it. At least it's got the power to get you out of little situations like that. Come on, look at the way it builds speed. Jeez, hello. Let's go on for it. We get stopped in time. Yeah. Come on, no wheel spinning now, let's go. Come on! Come on, we're getting right by the line. What are we going to get? Come on! You can hit 200 as we cross the line. Yes! A 124! Wow! So as you can see, that car is phenomenal. It's scary fast, and you can see 20 seconds is what we've just managed to beat that total time from where we started to now. And the previous one, you know, to smash another, what's that, 7.2 seconds off just by fine tuning and dialing that car in with some parts. Again, it's brilliant. So what I'm going to do is, this car's fast and I want to see how fast. So you know where I'm going, so let's go. So here we are, Special Stage Route X. And the reason for coming here is just to see what we can get it to top out at, because it's a very quick car. It's only little, it's only got 776 brake horsepower, but we're expecting it to definitely smash that 200-mile-an-hour barrier, which it did at Deep Forest Raceway. And I'm not sure it's got so much more to give, but we'll see what it is. You know, the speed and the balance of it at the minute, I'm happy with. Could fine tune it a little bit just to suit my driving style. And then drop it on the channel as well and see what you guys think. But what I'll do is I'll jump into this. We'll just see how fast it goes just before the lip. You can see on the screen now for that 3,000 meter mark, and then we'll see where we're at, because anything at that point I would imagine it'd probably be maxed out, because you're starting that long sweeping sweep and curve bend, don't you? So let's get into this, let's see what we can get. There we go. Well, I'm loving it, sounds amazing. There we go. So fifth gear, you're at 200. Sixth gear, I did do that so it's slightly shorter. That's just because it was made for the racetrack. So you can see it's struggling to get up. The MPH, come on, what have you got? So here's the 1,000 meter mark. You've got until we get to the 3,000 meter mark. Come on. 230. Is there any way of 231? I'm happy at 230. Yeah, that's it. It's maxed out. Look at the rev limiter. That's it. It's maxed. It's over. That is it. That's all it's got. So there you have it. This car will do 230 miles an hour. It is a phenomenal build. And once I finish getting that dialed in, I will drop it on the channel for you to use. But look at that car. And the livery's not bad if I say so myself. So make sure you have a great day. If you have this car, try that build. I'll drop my settings on there and you can tell me what you think. But look at it, absolutely brilliant. An Alfa Romeo with a Ferrari 458 Italia engine, 230 miles an hour. And once you get that balance completely right, you know, it is a shade under or just over a ton of weight depending on where you want to put a ballast. And if you don't have a ballast, it's just over 900 kilos. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care.